It's time for Marry Me Monday, the fun, timely, sometimes romantic, sometimes spirited live radio program with your hosts, Jeff Dorsey and Sherry Bussey, presented by Emerald City Jewelers, 33rd and Broadway, Quincy.
Hey, good morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Marry Me Monday, and it's a holiday edition, as a matter of fact, Memorial Day. Hope everybody's having a great start to their holiday, and Sherry Bussey's alongside. Hope your day's getting off to a good start.
Yeah, it's great. Great. Nice to have a weekend off.
Yeah, for everybody that's listening out there, if they have the weekend off.
If they have a weekend off.
Well, let's talk about what's going on. I know you're closed today.
We are closed today.
But opening tomorrow. And
opening tomorrow again at 9:30 to 5:30. And we wanted to mention that we do jewelry inspections. Cleaning and checking and tightening stones, that sort of thing. If somebody has a ring that they've purchased somewhere else, or if they want to just get their ring checked and cleaned, we do that at no charge.
Okay.
That way we can check it and make sure that the prongs are good and secure.
Can't assume that they are going to be holding that diamond, really.
No, I've checked rings even just last week where a woman's wearing a ring and one of the prongs is missing and she didn't even know it. You know, you just don't take time to look at your things very closely. If you have a magnifying glass, look at it and see if the prongs are worn out.
Yeah.
We can repair them for you, and we don't send them out to anybody else. We do it right there in the store, so you don't have to worry about the mail losing something. And if you have made a commitment with a jeweler that is left town, we can inspect your pieces and make sure the things are standing up well, and the stones are tight so that you can get that taken care of without having to send your ring away for it.
And you can make your jewelry pretty bright, too, with the technique you use, right?
Yeah, a lot of people have white gold rings, and white gold is an alloy made from yellow gold mixed with other metals, and to make it white, because all gold comes out of the ground as yellow. Mm-hmm. So the white gold isn't really a true white. It's kind of a yellowish white. And so rhodium is a member of the platinum family, and we have rhodium plating that we plate over the top of the ring to make it bright and white. It's a common practice. It's usually the way all rings come that are white gold or rhodium plated. So after you wear it for a while, the rhodium plating wears off, especially on the bottom where your hands get the most wear. Mm-hmm. And so often people want that rhodium plating redone, and we do that at the store.
Okay.
So if you want your rhodium plating done, bring it in, and it doesn't matter where you bought it again. Mm-hmm. So we'll take care of it.
Easy process?
We like to make sure, it has to be absolutely clean because the rhodium plating solution is easily contaminated with any oils or dirts and foreign metals. So we have to make sure it's clean and polished well. So we'd like to have you leave it a couple hours, maybe 3. If you're going to do some shopping, come by and drop it off. It's a $60 process, so you can expect to have some expense, unless, of course, you bought your ring at Emerald City, and then we do it one time a year at no charge.
Sure. Well, if you're going to wear it, you want it to be bright
and
glistening.
You might as well, especially if we haven't seen you for a while, and you might want to just say, oh, I don't know if it needs it or not. Mm-hmm. Bring it by. When it's done, you're going to say, yes, it needed it, because it looks so good.
All right. That's just a few of the things that you offer. Of course, stop in and just browse around. There's all kinds of gift items.
We've changed our store all around, so you'll have to come and see the new updates that we've made in the cases, and you'll have to see the new fresh look of Emerald City.
And Thursday is the first day of June already, and that means, of course, it's a wedding month, too.
Wedding month, so that means anniversaries.
Yeah.
Yep.
Got a lot of those coming up.
Yep. There's a lot of anniversaries coming up, and we'll also solder your wedding rings together if you want them soldered together so they don't turn as much on your finger. That's another thing that we do a lot in June.
Still a few graduations left out there, too.
The graduation gifts are just going well. We've got a lot of things that people are doing with engravable bar pendants and that sort of thing has been real popular this year.
At different price ranges, too.
All different price ranges.
Sounds good. Want to get the story?
Yeah, let's hear the story.
It says, I heard you mention last week that you wanted people to let you know how we met our spouse. Well, here's my story. My husband and I met while spending a weekend at the Lake of the Ozarks. I was with my family. He was with some guys, and we were at a restaurant when our eyes kept meeting. I knew right away I needed to find out who this guy was, but how was the question. And I all but gave up on knowing who he was when we got up to leave the restaurant. Just as my parents were paying the bill, he got up and walked toward me and slipped me a note saying, "Hi, Carla," which is my name, along with his phone number on it. I had no idea how he knew my name. I found out later after calling him that he was also from the Quincy area, and one of his friends knew me, and he dated after that for 4 years before he slipped me another note with a ring asking me to be his wife. We've been married for 10 years now with 3 kids.
Wow.
Nice story.
Good story.
And
Jeff.
thanks for sending that to
Yeah.
us. Appreciate you doing that. And if you do send us a story, you got a nice gift certificate from Emerald City Jewelers and a nice T-shirt.
Yes, very nice Marry Me Monday T-shirt.
So the rest of you listening out there, tell us how you met your spouse. And you can do so by going to y108radio.com. And, of course, you're not open on Sundays any longer, is that
No,
right?
we're not for the summer. Not till September 10th, the weekend after Labor Day. We're going to be open on Sunday again. So if you'd like to come in on a Sunday, can't be here any other day, just call us and make an appointment.
Okay.
And I'd be happy to come in and work with you. So
But Monday through Friday, you're there.
Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 5:30. Saturdays, 9:30 to 3.
Except this Monday, of course, which is Memorial Day.
Yeah, which is today.
Okay.
Yeah, Memorial Day,
All right.
a holiday.
And, of course, you gift wrap as well.
Yes, we do gift wrap.
All right,
Thank you,
sure.
Jeff.
Thank you for stopping in. We appreciate it. Have
All
a good
right.
holiday, what's left of
too.
it, okay?
Thank you.
It's Sherry Bussey here on Marry Me Monday.
That's it for this week's edition of Marry Me Monday, presented by Emerald City Jewelers. Join us next week, Monday, 7:25, for another exciting edition of Marry Me Monday. Celebrate your love.